How did I manage to get an SMU scholarship from law school? Strangely enough, I had to think really hard and long for an answer because I don't exactly know how I managed to get it, in the sense that I didn't exactly have a strategy. Maybe I'm the sort of person who doesn't believe in an internal locus of control. I believe that when things happen, a lot of factors play a part, and it's not solely within my control to decide whether I can achieve something or whether I will get something that I desire. I try to break it down into the different factors that contributed to me getting the scholarship. First prerequisite of having a chance at getting the SMU scholarship would be your grades. Back when I was being interviewed, I remember the professor who was in charge of all these scholarships said that they interviewed people with at least 5 A's for the A-levels. So I think minimally you should have attained at least 5 A's for your A-levels in order for you to get an interview for the scholarship. The next step is how are you going to stand out in this group of people who are as academically successful as you. In other words, everyone in the interview room would have gotten at least 5 A's or 6 A's. So once you get into the interview room, your results are in some sense thrown away. I think I need to explain my entire scholarship hunt journey. I basically had no strategy, and I was applying for random scholarships at random places that may not even take in law students. So I even applied for the Changi Airport Group scholarship. For NUS, I applied for the scholarship. NTU, I also applied for the scholarship. And then I tried PSC scholarship. So basically, I was just not knowing exactly what I wanted to do or what kind of scholarship I wanted to have. I didn't exactly have much guidance on what scholarship to apply for and the likelihood of getting a scholarship depending on the course that I was going to take. So I was like this blind bull, charging at every target and applying at random. And those were the main scholarships that I applied for. The school scholarships, PSC and Changi Airport Group. If I recall correctly, I got rejected by all of them except for SMU. So I won't say that I'm pro at scholarship interviews or pro at applying for scholarships because I clearly do not know what I'm doing. But I'm just sharing with you my entire experience and journey through my scholarship applications. The SMU scholarship interview is usually the same as your admission interview. But SMU has a special scholarship called the Lee Kong Chian Scholarship. And this interview was a separate interview. I don't know why, but I think it's because it has Lee Kong Chian's name on it and it somewhat requires a more rigorous interview process. I would just call it the LKC Scholarship. During my year, for the LKC Scholarship interview, it was a full day interview. Basically, I had to go there in the morning, and then they split us all into groups. And the task was to discuss a case study with a group, and thereafter prepare a set of slides and then present the slides. It's like mimicking doing project work in SMU or your A-level project work. It's just that this is done in a shorter period of time. Like I think we had about half a day to prepare for the presentation. Back then, our only exposure to presentation was project work for A-levels, and what we did was write down what we were going to say on the script and everything. So for my year, we all did the same. We wrote our scripts and all, and when it was time for the presentation, we took away all our scripts just to see how you will be able to perform and react in the event that you lose your script. That part was okay. I mean, as long as you know what you're going to say, it doesn't really matter the content so much. I think they were looking out for confidence, and this interview was really a very strange process because the first round of the interview was conducted by students, and these students are LKC scholars, meaning like seniors of this LKC program who are still in SMU. They will be the one judging you for the first round of the interview. So after you present your case, there was this boardroom session where we were asked very strange questions, such as who was the weakest thing in your group? Or who do you think deserves a scholarship? And some sort of logical questions like how many fries do you think are consumed in a day? Something like that. I felt that during the whole interview process, I saw the ugliest side of people. The entire process was super brutal because I don't believe in putting others down or stepping on others just to get ahead. And it seemed like that was what the scholarship was promoting, or at least that was what the whole interview process was promoting. After that whole interview process, my mind was already set on not coming to SMU because I felt that the school's values were not aligned to my own personal values. And I felt that I wouldn't survive in this kind of culture because that was not the way I wanted to be. But later on, I did realize that that is not the school's culture. Those values do not represent the values of the entire school population or everyone who is a scholar. I was glad that I actually did not get an LKC scholarship. The impression of it was definitely not positive. In contrast, my scholar friends are super helpful, encouraging, and I can see that they do really have a heart for others, and that they are not the sort of people who would actually step on others to get ahead. I felt that I couldn't have performed well for the LKC scholarship interview because I was really disinterested and was not willing to participate in putting others down or just in even answering the questions that they were asking. I felt that it was against what I believed to be right. So I knew that the reason why I got my SMU scholarship is probably because of my interview with the professors directly instead of my entire performance for the LKC scholarship. I think what got me through was more on the soft side. I think you have to be authentic and ready to share your opinion. I got this question about whether Singaporeans complain too much. And my answer was something along the lines of the fact that a lot of things that Singaporeans complain about or find that we lack are actually wants and not needs, in the sense that most of our basic needs are met. We have food, we have water, we have shelter over our heads. So most of the time when we complain, it is about things that go beyond just basic needs. Because I was genuinely sharing an opinion, it kind of made me stand out in that my personality did come through in some sense about what I feel is the condition of the human heart. I don't know. It seems like the question gave me a chance to share an authentic opinion that allowed me to show my personality, my character. Most importantly, I felt that it was God who allowed me to get the scholarship and not by my own strength. I only got the scholarship when I came to a point of acceptance of whatever God was going to give me, and when I stopped expecting God to just meet my desires and my demands. So I mentioned previously that I did apply for various scholarships, and my mindset then was very entitled. I kept believing that, since I managed to get 6 A's, since I managed to score well and do all these things, it's like I deserve a scholarship. Like I deserve recognition for my hard work, for my achievement. I deserve this and I deserve that and I deserve all these things. I think it was through this entire process of rejection, disappointment, failure that allowed me to see that there are so many people who are academically successful out there. And there are so many people with straight A's, so many people with good CCA records, so many people with so many achievements. So who do I think I am to deserve a scholarship out of all these many people? And so when I finally changed my mindset and accepted that I am not entitled to all these things, and also accepted that whatever God has given me is already the best for me, that even if I didn't get a scholarship, then I would just have to find a way to fund my university education. But God dropped this scholarship on me. It was really out of the blue, because honestly speaking, I felt that I wasn't on the list of people who was supposed to get this scholarship. I actually already decided that I was going to go to SMU Law, submitted my confirmation. I think it was about 2 weeks later or so, when I was on a holiday in Cambodia, that I got an email saying that the school would like to offer me a scholarship. And it was really out of the blue. And I remember my mindset was that I was going to go to uni without a scholarship. I was going to take a loan or something. I don't know. But God did come true for me. I think God really knows what I need. And even though I wasn't exactly praying or asking or desiring a scholarship so badly anymore, I felt that God was just wanting my heart, wanting me to realize that it is not by my own efforts that I can attain anything on this earth. Because my mindset was really that, I was going to do all this by my own strength, by my own application, by what I said in the interview, by whatever thing that I could do to get a scholarship. But He showed me that my human efforts were limited. So that was my entire journey of finding a scholarship. I think the common takeaway is that you have to be authentic and allow your character and personality to shine during the interview. Because honestly, I don't feel that the scholarship signifies that you will be top in standard or top 3 in standard. In fact, out of all my scholar friends, none of us were within the top 5 of the cohort, I believe. So I think the scholarship is not only rewarding you for academic success, but you have to have something more. Either your character, your personality, your kindness, your caringness, your love for society, your love for others, your passion to help. I think you need to have something more than just your academic achievements or your CCA achievements to stand out in your interview. And I can see those qualities in my other scholar friends. And I feel that, they are really deserving of a scholarship. Like, if I were to be asked that question again, who deserves a scholarship? I would name most of my scholar friends above myself, just because of their character and their personality, in addition to their academic achievement. If you have watched my videos from the start, I would like to challenge you to form your own conclusions and form your own takeaways, because I think everyone goes through different things, and I'm just sharing a glimpse of what happened. That's all. Bye.